Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We have here today in the top right, the greatest of all time. It is FlaSh. He has been just killing it. And happy to see him going up against someone who should be a match for him here. In the bottom left, we have Snow. So the greatest ever against the strongest PvTer that we've ever really had. Very excited to see it. It is cross spawn right now on Polestar, which I think Polestar is our best map. Can't wait to see how this goes, actually, and what openers FlaSh is kind of working on in Terran vs. Protoss at the moment. Definitely his TVZ is starting to look pretty different from how most people are playing. He has some interesting Valkyrie builds that are coming up. I'll see if I can find some games of those in the future, but I think he's currently still working on like refining some of this stuff. I haven't seen his TVP in a bit, though. Yeah, it's been at least a month since I saw a FlaSh TVP, I want to say. Or maybe I had one just recently. Anyways, whatever. Snow down here in the bottom left. You know, as far as his play goes, we already kind of know the way that he likes to play it. You know, he's going to get Reavers. He's going to use them better than anyone ever has. And try to win with them. So, Snow starts to scout after the gateway. FlaSh here. We're going to see momentarily if he wants to scout or if he wants to go for a factory expansion. So yeah, it is going to be a factory expansion. What? He just got a 135 gas. That is, like, as far as I know, that is the best mineral boosting that you can do. Generally, like, a 137 gas is considered really, really good. He just got a 135. That's kind of crazy. That's approaching 11 gas territory with the 12 gas. Wow. Well, gets that going right away. So that means his factory's gonna be really, really quick. Should be starting that second depot here, and yeah, the factory is gonna be like, man. Let's see what time he gets. Like a 225. 224. It's so crazy what you can do if you are as good as FlaSh at this game. So guys, that's like 5 seconds faster than most people's factories. Like I'm talking pro level factories. It's kind of insane. Okay, so doesn't quite lose the SCV to that probe. This Zealot, by the way, taking a very funny route around the map because he's trying to hide it. I think what we're gonna see here is he'll hold the Zealot, send a Dragoon up. Oh wait, he didn't. My bad, never mind. He's, the way he did this build is different than what I was expecting here. So it looks like he was going to do a 2 Zealot build, and then he scouted what was going on and decided not to. So this Zealot's not going to get anything done. You're never going to damage FlaSh with a Zealot. He's making a 4th Marine now. And look at what Snow has done. This is actually already, like, pretty heavy mind games. Oh, wow. Well, actually, FlaSh's micro there, not perfect. The Zealot actually does a great job. So FlaSh adds a 3rd depot, which is what you do as soon as you see a Zealot, but he's going to come down here and see like, oh, wow, that's a fast Nexus. And there was no Dragoon on the way. So this was a 2 Zealot opener. Like, the build order that he went for was like Zealot, Zealot, Dragoon. And he skipped 2nd Zealot, he skipped Dragoon and made the Nexus. So that cut, FlaSh like reacted. It's not that FlaSh is screwed, but look at how much faster this is. So this was an excellent mind game, or excellent adjustment. Not really a mind game, but an excellent adjustment from Snow. And FlaSh didn't really have a great way to counteract this, because if you're doing end scout, you're going to scout him pretty late. So there's not a lot there as far as what you can do to negate what Snow has done to you here. So this is like the back and forth of the best in this matchup, and I very much like to see it. This Dragoon just kind of going through, checking for anything nearby. This Dragoon will probably just stay here. I think you want to deny any additional scouts coming in or anything like that. 1 Vulture off to the side. Yeah, he's checking right now. He's like, okay, let's just make sure there's not like a proxy starport or something like that. And in fact, that might be where this one goes to. I think he told it to attack here. He probably accidentally clicked there instead of here or something. Additional Dragoon is on the way, as well as that robotics. 2nd factory here for FlaSh. FlaSh really has liked a lot of 2 factory openers. in this matchup. And yeah, he's getting speed very quickly here as well. I don't know what he's going to get done. Okay, that's... Oh, wow. I thought for sure he'd lay a mine right there. I think... Yeah, that wasn't super great execution there from Flash. Oh, yeah, the second one coming in. Maybe that was the idea. Ooh. Good targeting. Okay, so he gets like a little tiny bit of damage. That could have gone worse for Flash. Could have gone maybe slightly better. I think he was just doing something else, but normally what you do is when you run by like that, you lay one mine on high ground because the odds of them double shotting it are less because they're going to be on low ground. So you might be able to like slow them down significantly with that. Gets a Dragoon over here somehow. I guess it ran into a mine and lays a few more mines. This is a lot of vultures to open with. A lot. This is a lot of vultures. I'm fascinated. Like, this is something Flash was doing a little bit ago. But I'm actually surprised he's doing this because the metagame has been shifting a little bit back towards a more upgrade-oriented play. Not exactly upgrade Terran. There's like new ways to do it, like 5-fact upgrade. But yeah, interesting to see Flash's take on it so far. So he is getting the second add-on. No siege mode as of yet. You know, you can threaten a lot with this many vultures. Like, when you get 7 vultures, this is actually the number, by the way. He has lost some, so he actually produced even more than I thought he would. It's hard for Protoss to move out. If they do a dedicated 3-gate range, they can move out, and it can be a little bit tricky. But this many vultures can actually sometimes even power through a wall. So really healthy amount of vultures here for Flash. Really enjoy what I'm seeing. I actually think part of this is the fact that he was cross-spawn. I am fascinated, though. You're not going to hear me shut up about this opening. Because I love openings like this. I think it's, like, anytime... Look at this, man. Is he really... Is he getting... He's getting Goliath range before siege tanks. Siege mode. Really cool to see. And before any of you say he stole that from Toggles, know that I will ban you. Now, yeah, maybe he already got siege mode. I missed it. That should have been the case. Like, it would be very surprising if he hasn't started siege mode yet. Like, as greedy as you can get. So Flash actually got a few probes there. He did great movement with his vultures overall. Really love what I've seen so far this game. The fact that he had no bunker and like went speed quickly off 2-fact, made that many vultures, mixed it up a little bit, has a really good idea of what Snow is up to. Okay, his comm stats going up to 5 factories still with ridiculous time. Dude, Flash is so good. It is truly ridiculous watching him, what he actually gets out before other people. Okay, this was a bad rally. This is not something that you mean to do. Snow might run up and try to snipe this. Okay, he noticed, and the observer sees it as well. So there's siege mode. This is one of the latest siege modes that you'll ever see. That is incredibly late. Don't try this at home, guys. You will get smashed by some Protoss that attack moves you with Dragoons. It's very, very impressive. Now, the first Reaver shuttle is out. Speed is on the way for that as well. Nexus has taken a little bit of damage. Forge coming up as part of the wall here against possible Vulture drops as well. It's going to get those upgrades going. Flash looks like he wants to take his third base pretty quickly here. Ooh, this could be a little messy. Yeah, if you get this Reaver over there, this will all get really super smashed. Okay, siege mode is done. He has just enough anti-air there to kind of zone out this Reaver a little bit. Does the scan to try to make sure that the Reaver can't do too much against him. Trying to target down that Reaver, perhaps? Oh, look at that. That's kind of interesting. Sacks one Goliath to target down the shuttle. And Snow, like, that was pretty even, I would say. At the end of the day, that was like pretty even overall. Notice how Flash doesn't have great defense in here, so killing the shuttle is actually probably worth a little bit more than the Goliath that he lost. Wow, this is so aggressive from Flash. Okay, he's losing way too much now. This is going to get canceled. suddenly Flash is in a bad spot. He pushed a little bit too hard there. And Snow hasn't even made another Nexus. He's sitting here on 4 gates. That's kind of like an older style in a lot of ways. To go like 2-gate obs, 3rd, Reaver, 4-gate, and just kind of produce units out of that. I see it occasionally, but yeah, not super common seeing that. But actually against this type of play that Flash is doing with the faster 3rd base on location, it's pretty good. The 6-gate is what you would do like if you're not really sure, and 8-gate if you are pretty sure they're going to attack you. But like the 4-gate just heavy Dragoon production was interesting. Now another factory coming up, +1 armor on the way for Flash. A lot of back and forth so far this game. A lot of trades with their units. By the way, Scarab damage coming up for Snow. Citadel just now. Okay, so a little bit later Citadel, but actually it works here because he knows that there's not a timing push coming out. Like he was able to read into that relatively quickly this game. I think it probably had to do with the amount of vultures that were made in the early game because generally timing pushes are dictated by tank counts. So if you're making, I think he made 9 vultures before a siege tank at the beginning of the game. So it's like, okay, well, you know, a vulture and like a half or so is a siege tank as far as build time goes. 19 seconds versus 32. So it's like seeing that many vultures, you kind of know that they aren't going to be doing that. Like you don't have a timing attack coming, so you can do things like the 4-gate heavy Dragoon production, kind of keep some pressure on. Yeah. All right, laying a bunch of mines here, putting down some good missile turrets. Science facility on the way. Right now, just sitting on 6 factory. Dude, this is like so inspiring watching this. It is so inspiring. Look at the supplies right now. 154, 125. Very, very decent for Flash. Like the numbers are good. Even though he screwed up and lost some tanks down here, like he's done a good job of keeping enough pressure on Snow without screwing up and losing too much. Because you can actually trade and like it's bad to lose early siege tanks and all that, but while you're doing this, I actually talked about this some in the Nada vs. Noob game. If you guys actually listen to my rant at the end, well, I don't know if we call it a rant, but my ramblings. If you listen to that, like I was talking about how like if their bases are slower, unit sacrifices are more okay. And that's kind of what we've seen here, where Flash was like trying to apply good pressure and lost some extra units, but it's okay because the extra bases weren't up. If you lose those and Protoss already has those extra bases, you're going to be screwed. Really interesting. God. Okay, 3rd add-on coming up on only 6 factory. That's pretty uncommon. Additional command center, and again, this is... Oh, wait, it's 7 factory, my bad. 7 factory, but you do want to get some more factories here. He's really kind of powering up at the moment as far as his economy goes, getting that 4th base, getting more upgrades. 2-1 has or 2-2 rather has started here for Flash. Snow has 1-1 going with double forge, so not going to be too far behind on upgrades at least. Flash is swarming with these vultures against Dragoons. Love to see moves like this. If the Dragoon count out there is a little bit too low, trading some vultures out for it is amazing. Because look at this. It's like the Dragoon count is super low. The Zealots now coming up, and the vultures are always going to trade well in that situation. So he loses like some vultures, but really got good value for them. 72 workers against 67. I'm actually just sitting here getting chills right now. I am sorry if I'm nerding out a little bit too much over this game. It is such, as someone who, like, obviously I have kind of dedicated my life to StarCraft for a very long time. I play all the time. I'm always trying to get better as a Terran player. Watching Flash compared to everyone else is absurd. What he is able to do, the feel that he has for this game is so unrivaled, it doesn't even make sense. And all the other pros know it too. Like when I asked Light, you know, I'm like, well, how about you versus Flash? It's like, no, no, he's God. And you can see that in these games. Look at this. Now, Psystorm's going to come out, so he has to get out of here. Oh, wow. He actually kind of had the preemptive pullback. He knew Psystorm was going to come in. If that wasn't Psystorm, he could have held. But he floats the command center away. He actually only loses a couple tanks there. He wasn't too clumped up there. Snow, yeah, he does get an excellent Psystorm down on those siege tanks. Plenty of units here for Flash, and he's got like enough mines and missile turrets and everything that Snow can't really push into this area, but Snow does slow that down. Snow, in the meantime, look at this, 3, 4, 5, going for 6 base, going for 7 base. But 4 base Terran is still okay here. Flash is by no means dead at the moment. And look at this, he's laying mines in the retreat path of this. It's so good from Flash. Laying those mines. I don't think he can really find anything. You could actually dive in here and kill probes if you wanted, but I don't know if he actually wants to do that right now. His factory count is 4-8. He could. Yeah, he could. Looks like he is going to trap these units up here as well. He definitely wants to get that command center back ASAP. Moving forward very quickly. He's got to eliminate this so his command center can land on time. All right, gonna utilize this moment to throw some Psystorms out. This is a great engage. This is amazing by Snow. Really well done. The flank with the Zealots, with the Storm Drop while he still had a few units in there. Wow, he is taking this battle so well right now. Okay, so that area does get cleaned up. Supplies really similar. A few more workers here for Snow, but don't forget, Snow is going up to those like 7 bases right now. So he is allowed to trade much more aggressively than Flash, but 4 base Terran can do a lot. Now, he is mining out here. He's going to want to transfer. He's mining out here pretty quickly. And there you go. I was just going to say that it looks like he might want to start thinking about the next base, because it's not likely he's going to find any sort of timing push that's going to be able to kill these bases 100%, and that would be very all in, and likely Snow would expand over to this side while that was happening. So this is the type of situation where it's like, I think a slightly slower push, maintain pressure towards this area while getting another base. Now, Snow shuts down that base, so that's an excellent move. Can you actually push in this direction while expanding here? I'm not even sure of that. Like, Snow can probably seesaw back and forth and find the weak point if you're trying to do that. Flash has just a small amount of units here. He's moving most of his army into this general area. I think we're going to see maybe an EMP coming up here. Could use D-Matrix. All right, 1 D-Matrix does go down. Good hold. His SCV count, by the way, has fallen down to 58. It's still totally playable, but just something to keep in mind. If like another good storm drop comes, then things could start to go wrong pretty quick. Ooh, really excellent Reavers. Are you kidding me, man? All game long he does this with Reavers. We're 18 minutes in. He's like picking off actually crucial units with Reavers right now. It's insane. Some more gateways being put in the top left. So what this game is evolving into right now, I think, is Flash is going to have to cut down the right side. I think that any push timings are basically gone. He's going to have to play like a very long game. Snow moving in and eliminating a lot of these siege tanks. And this is the seesawing that I was kind of talking about before, where it's really hard to have split bases like this. I actually think that Snow is getting pretty close to winning this game. Things are not looking particularly good for Flash right now. Like, you can see his supply has plummeted quite a bit. He doesn't have this base up yet. He's going to get it up. But, like, holding this position, like, if Snow brings out maxed armies and you're at 132, his maxed army will break a position. Now, if you're also maxed, you can do it. Okay, he actually GG's. He actually GG's, but this was a superb game. Flash played really well. Obviously, Snow played even better here, but yeah, this was an excellent game. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The absolute artistry that Flash plays Terran with. And the thing is, you can play a great game and lose it. That's not an issue. Like, Snow is so good that he's gonna beat some of your best games that you've ever played because he is the best Protoss in the world. So that is acceptable. Yeah, fantastic game. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed half as much as I did, because if you did, you are going to hit that like button and subscribe and leave comments about how amazing this was. Thank you. See you next time.